All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's time for the season finale, the regular season finale, that is, of Pregame Party. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and I'm joined with my usual band of renegades, starting with John the Bachelor this weekend. What's going on, big man?
Find out next week when he turns on.
When he unmutes himself, yes. Knock, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. I think you guys all know how I'm doing today. Yeah, the pressure's off. I get to sit there and watch everybody beat themselves up for a week, at least. We got a 2-week layoff. Seahawks earned it last night, and we'll talk about that later on. But first, we got to check in on John, see if he's got his mic going. Hey, he's still working on it. Still working on it.
Joe, in the last 2 years of the college football playoffs, 1 in 7 of the teams have won after a bye week. So, bye week's not always a great thing.
Really? It's not always a great thing? Well, I beg to differ in the case of the Seattle Seahawks, my friend. I posted this last night to make sure all you people of little faith knew this a little bit of information, and I share it with you now. I was going to wait till later, but since you made that comment, I wanted to go ahead and get this out there for you guys. The Seahawks clinched the number 1 seed in the NFC for the 4th time. The previous 3 times, they've made it to the Super Bowl. Thank you very much. They're undefeated at home when they're the number 1 seed. So I like the history. I really do. I like the history for the Seahawks. John, did you get it together over there, man?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay, very good. How are you doing? How's bachelor life treating you today?
It's good. Get to enjoy a lot of football.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Speaking of football, we have had a big second round of the college football playoff, plus several bowl games. I couldn't help myself. I had to show you guys the game-winning touchdown from the Independence Bowl. I was there. Knock actually, that picture you saw that was all blurred was Knox sent me a text. I'm walking to my buddy Bill's truck, and he sends me a text. He said, "Is this you? Did I find you?" And I said, "Yep, that was me." But apparently, I guess after they scored the touchdown, they showed the crowd, and you saw me there.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's how I was hoping that they would pan towards they usually go to where the most fans are congrued and look like you were in a great spot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right in the middle of a
I
crowd.
was when you saw. That's the video I shot with my phone. I mean, we were right there, just off the goal line. I loved that part, of the stadium, being able to be there right on the goal line for scores in that end. But yeah, I don't know what the attendance was yet. I'll have to look it up and see. But
they're usually not crazy.
the Chanticleers did not travel well. You saw from that picture that was their side of the field you were seeing. The Bulldog side was packed. So I mean, huh?
I had to look up to see what a Chanticleer was.
Yeah, it's a rooster.
Yeah. It's a breed of chicken.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's a weird type of chicken. Yep, absolutely. But Knock has the rundown because I didn't see any of it. I think it's well chronicled on this channel. I think ESPN is the evil empire, or they're the communist news network. Anyway,
Most of these games are on ESPN. Yeah.
all the playoff games are on ESPN, so I didn't see any of them. But Knock saw them all, and he will fill us in on what's going on. Take it away, my brother.
Yeah, we'll start with a couple bowl games.
Mm-hmm. What's that, John?
I say I watched him too because we were.
Yeah,
texting
John was
back
right
and
there.
forth.
John was right there commenting with me. We were texting back and forth.
Cool.
Just some of the bowl games. Won't go too crazy about it. But USC and TCU. This was a fun game to watch. It actually went to overtime. USC got a field goal, but TCU got the touchdown. And the touchdown they got. If you don't watch the whole highlights of this, watch the last 30 seconds of it, because the TCU guy that got the game-winning touchdown broke 3 tackles to get in.
Wow.
And then broke away for the touchdown. It was a great play by him. But so TCU got the win on that one. Of course, we talked about this one. This is the Independence Bowl. That's the one that Joe.
And real quick before we move away from that, we were behind 3 full quarters. I mean, we were behind that much, and then the defense won that game for them. They can't throw the ball worth a damn, but they did hit one deep pass for a touchdown to get us on the board. And then you saw how the last touchdown they scored. That guy, Burnett, his entire family was down in front of us, had to be, because everybody down there had Burnett jerseys on. And yeah, that's why I was saying, we were all chanting, Burnett, 0, feed that man, It was cool. It was cool how they came back. Their defense, look, Sunbelt, better buckle your chin strap when you play LA Tech, man. That is their strength right now. Is their run game and their defense. It's so weird for me to watch that team now, because they used to be a spread offense and throw it around the yard, and they're not like that anymore. Go ahead, Knock.
Oh yeah. And then of course Tennessee and Illinois. This was actually a really good game too for the Music City Bowl. Illinois gets a last second field goal to take the win in that one. The SEC, I think they're 4-8 now in bowl games. They're not looking so good in the bowl season, including the playoffs. And then we got, of course, to Wednesday. We had a bunch of bowl games, but and the main game for the night was the Miami and OSU. Yeah,
so happy for Miami, man. So happy for them.
If there was any question of whether Notre Dame or Miami should be in, this should be put to bed.
Fuck you, Notre Dame.
Miami's earned their way.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the Michigan and Texas. Michigan just unfortunately they don't have the offense. They're not an offensive team. They're a run team with defense, and there was no defense. So Arch Manning, 221 yards passing, 155 yards rushing.
Wow.
So yeah, he took over that game. And of course Iowa had a good win over Vandy, another SEC loss there. Iowa had made some really good plays. Diego Pavi just couldn't really get going in this one. A little too late, but and then Utah they lost their coach to Michigan. Kyle Whittingham is going to Michigan. They get the nice win over Nebraska, and then of course ASU and the Duke and the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. This was a fun one to watch. 42-39 final score.
I thought it was funny. Every time they would score, they would run and jump into the bowl of
bowl of cereal, the cornflakes bowl. Yeah, that was cool. I did see some highlights of that. That was cool.
Yep. Good stuff. And then we had the next day, the New Year's Day, where the other 3 games were played. Of course, it starts out with I know John was in our text chat during this game. Has anyone checked on Keely Chow?
Yeah, and he's here.
And he's here. He already said it
and
when he
you
first
know
came
what
in.
he says? He says, "Fuck Indiana."
Yeah.
I'm sure because woof, wow.
Good
Good to see you, Keely. Good to see you.
Go Ducks go, or roll Ducks go, whatever. So he's an Oregon fan for the next game. He wants Indiana to lose.
Yes, of course.
And of course, you had the Ole Miss with the upset over Georgia. That was crazy.
Called it.
Trinidad Chambliss was a D2 quarterback.
Yes, until Lane Kiffin brought him up. Yep.
And I think he's still got one more year at Ole Miss too. He's not leaving.
Yeah, he's not leaving. I think Lane Kiffin was thinking about trying to bring him with him, and he's staying there.
Yeah, his offensive coordinators are going
Yeah.
to LSU, but the defense is pretty much the defensive people are staying.
Right.
And
They don't need the defensive people at LSU. I think you guys would agree. That's not the problem with LSU.
No.
But here's the thing that's cracking me up about this. Lane Kiffin's still making money from this.
Oh yeah,
His contract he gets bonuses for every bowl game they win, or for every bowl
for
game
every
they
playoff
win.
game they win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every playoff game they win. I think he made $500,000.
Yeah.
Because they won.
he's
Yeah.
fine with it.
It's crazy, man.
And then, of course, unfortunately for Texas Tech, I had high hopes for them. Just came out completely flat. Couldn't do nothing on offense.
That's surprising.
23-0.
It really is. That's surprising.
Their defense held. It's 23, but that last touchdown was literally with a minute to go for Oregon. They were just punching it up at that point. But
Yeah.
the defense did everything they could. They got turnovers. They made stops, but the offense, nothing. Just nothing. And it's kind of sparked the debate. And I mentioned it earlier to Joe that right now Indiana is the only team with a bye in the last 2 years of the college football playoffs to win after a bye.
Yeah.
1-7.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're getting the debate back up again. Where, hey, maybe they should get a freaking home game. I saw the interview with Dan Lanning. He's like, we should have played in Texas.
Yeah.
And
right,
because the year before they were the number 1 team, they were undefeated, and they went into bye. And then they got hit with Ohio State in a neutral site.
At a neutral site, yeah.
So
if you want to make the bye mean something, yeah, they should have a home game. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think that with the bye, because they come up with a lack of energy, and they're all well, how do you get energy?
Yeah.
From 100,000 people screaming for you. That's how you get freaking
no
energy.
doubt.
So I just that's probably my biggest takeaway so far from the playoffs is you guys got to give the bye something else.
Right.
Just the bye alone does not help.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're talking about going against teams that have a week that they just played, they're already in rhythm, and then all you've been doing is just drinking and watching film. And some teams don't even tackle during this time. It's crazy. So they're not getting a hit until like a month later. That's too much, man. That was always my problem with the BCS Bowl. Like they didn't play until like a month and a half.
Yeah, it was a month later. Yeah,
That was ridiculous.
Way too much off time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got. I didn't even pull up a. I don't even have.
Well,
let me see if I can just do that.
I would like to say this: that Mendoza kid, he didn't take time off.
Here we go.
He was.
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
What are you looking for, brother?
I'm looking for the bracket, but apparently that's not going to be easy to find. So whatever.
But
okay. College football playoff won't give it to you?
That's
Is that
what I
you
just
hit?
picked. It didn't
Okay.
do it.
All right. That's fine.
Um.
Just keep rolling, bro.
Yeah,
I'll
so
find it for you.
then we had some games on Friday. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little burnt out on football by this time, so I didn't really. I had them on, but I didn't really I watched a little bit of the Texas Rice game. I didn't watch any of the evening games, Wake Forest and Arizona. I watched a little bit.
I watched Navy, Cincinnati.
Yeah, once I saw Navy was running away from it, I stopped really watching that one. Navy crushed Cincinnati though. That was cool.
They have cool helmets too.
Yeah. And of course, you had the Duke Mayo Bowl. Wake Forest coach gets a nice little dunk. Now here we have upcoming on the 8th, Thursday, January 8th, is the Miami and Ole Miss game for the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. And then on Friday is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Oregon and Indiana. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be a little sad if Indiana doesn't win the whole thing. I
You're
think,
going to be sad
yeah,
if the number one team doesn't win? What?
I think they are the best team left over.
I figured you'd be happy that all the SEC teams besides Ole Miss are gone. I figured you'd be happy with that.
Well, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would go into my Indiana not making it thing. But yeah, we have two Big Ten teams here. We have an ACC team and an SEC team. So no Big 12, no Group of Five, no Cinderella, unfortunately. But I got to tell you, they could talk smack about the Group of Five with their blowout losses. But Alabama, anyone? 31-3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it looks like Power 4 teams get blown out as well. So
Yeah, they do.
saying.
It's college football, man. That is,
It's just like that.
Yeah.
Texas Tech didn't even score a point.
That's just unreal, man. That one's the one that shocked me because they are notorious for having a good offense, and wow, they couldn't score a point.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
this year was definitely. I mean, yeah. They averaged like 35 points a game. It was really their defense that was the big thing, but their offense wasn't terrible.
Here's your bracket you were looking for. We've got the Peach Bowl. We've got Oregon going up against Indiana.
Yeah, he wasn't listening when I was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was looking for the bracket for you.
I'm already looking at I already showed the matchups in the schedule.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
Well, I picked Ole Miss to take it all, so.
Well, you go, man.
I think it'd be funny. That'd be funny if they did.
I think it'd be fucking hilarious. Is what I think.
I don't know.
Lane
I like
Kiffin
all
who?
the only. To me, the weakest team on here, I think, is Oregon.
Yeah.
I think Oregon, just because their defense played lights out, but I don't think their defense is that great. Their offense is kind of beat up,
Mm-hmm.
but they did what they needed to do. They did okay.
I don't think Oregon can handle Indiana's offense.
I don't think so either. Indiana, they weren't initially they weren't doing a crazy amount of offense, but they were long drives, just sustained long drives. And then with Ole Miss, that Trinidad Chandlis is ridiculous.
He's good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you on Oregon being the weakest team. I think if Miami plays the way the Seahawks did last night, just quarterback, don't mess it up. They've got a good running game and they got a good defense. That could carry them a long way.
Just like Sam Darnold, Beck can throw some picks.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Just don't screw it up. That's all you got to do. But Trinidad Chandler's going to be hell for them to deal with. That's the thing. If you've got a mobile quarterback, a guy that can hurt you both with his arm and his legs, it makes things so hard on a defense, even a good one. It's going to be. That's going to be. I think that's going to be the better game of the two.
I just wonder who Miami's going to add to their cheerleader roster.
What?
Because
the entire game. Yep.
Yeah, they started out with just Michael Irving, and then
now it's Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis will be there, and
Michael Irving.
On,
so I just wonder. It's like they add every time they go further in the playoffs. So I'm wondering who they're going to add for this game.
I think it's kind of funny that the teams near the east need to go west to Arizona, and the teams in the west or mid have to go to the east.
Right.
Yeah.
Play their bowl game. So that's fun.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, okay. Anything else on the college bowl game schedule you're interested in that might be good games?
I don't think we have much.
There's not many left, I don't think.
We have any left.
Yeah.
Really? That was all of them by the second. Okay.
The only last thing that I will mention is on Monday night, I believe. Yeah. We got the FCS championship.
Okay. All right.
So there's not going to be any Monday Night Football, or NFL. So if you guys are interested, the FCS championship, I somewhat keep up with it. just because when you get into the playoffs, it's usually the better teams, right? So the games are pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's no North Dakota or South Dakota Jackrabbits this year.
Right.
I'm in
The Jackalopes.
So yeah, that's the last thing I want to do.
Illinois State and Montana State. Wow.
I think Montana State is the favorite in this one.
John Dutton's grandkids playing in that game. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. We've talked a lot about college football and how they need to tweak things. But this playoff, man, yeah, I'm with you on them needing to give the home field advantage to the guys that have the bye week, not the guys in the first round, but the guys that get the bye week.
Yeah, I feel like you need to earn your chance to go to the bye week, right?
Right.
By playing in a neutral site.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, the actual bowl stadiums,
Mm-hmm.
and this is coming from a non historically college fan,
Mm-hmm.
traditional wise, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about the bowl locations.
Mm-hmm.
Rose Bowl, don't give a shit. I understand the importance of the Rose Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
but I also understand that stadium is trash and everything around it.
It's
and
old.
It's California. And
it's
so
like 300 years old. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
that's very.
So I get the significance historically about it,
Mhm.
but it should not be where the teams are playing if you get a bye week. That's just
Mhm.
my personal opinion. I think you should be able to put a bowl game wherever it's being played.
Mm-hmm.
The name. You take the name, not the stadium. To me, it's stupid.
Well, here's the thing, man. Just switch it. That's all you got to do. All these bowls they're using for that second round, do them in the first round. Do them there in the first round. It's not hard to do. I wouldn't think. But the other thing that's cracking me up is Ole Miss's run. Does Lane Kiffin get a fucking championship ring if they win the fucking whole thing?
That would suck.
He's gonna. He's still making money from it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's so shitty.
out.
It's so shitty, man. It really is. I mean, if it was up to the school, I'd give him the bird and not let him have shit. You know?
It would be
Yeah.
kind of funny if their his offensive coordinator gets a ring and then he comes in to the office.
Yeah.
that
Hey,
ring.
what's up, Lane? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
he goes into LSU's office and is like, "Oh man,
How you doing? Clacking him in the
he's
glasses
sticking all
with
these
it and
hand
shit.
movements, and just
Man, I tell you what, they've got to change some of the things that they do in the NCAA as far as the calendar goes. The
Aren't they
portal's
going
got
to
to be
16
moved
games
beyond.
next year.
Yeah, I was going to ask him
rumor.
that.
It's a rumor. There's
yeah.
nothing official yet. They're not going to say anything until the season's over.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many things they need to catch up on. I think one of the biggest things they need is they need an NFL PA equivalent for these students.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them having to go through all this shit with just like their mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these parents know, but others may not know. So it's just kind of having to navigate that without anybody watching your back. It just seems kind of ugh. And then the other side of it is these schools need to have contracts, man. And I'm sure they do to some extent, but they need to have okay, if you're going to sign, if I'm going to give you $1 million,
Yeah.
you can play every single game unless you're top 10 in the NFL draft. I get the draft thing,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that players now are getting more than a draftee gets on average, especially after the second, first and second round,
Mm-hmm.
you're making more in college than you are in NFL.
There's
start
too
out.
much money in the NIL right now.
Well, we knew
I
we
think
knew
it's
this
fine.
was going to happen. I mean, I know I crack up every time I talk about it, but you guys saw Coach Ogeron, what he said about it on that sports interview, right? He said, we used to give them this money out the back door, now we're just giving it to them out the front door.
And I honestly, I'm all for the change. It needed to happen. These colleges were making way
Yeah, but they definitely got
they
to
get in
tweak
trouble
it, man.
for getting a dinner bought for them. I thought
Right.
that was
Yeah.
it's just come on. You guys are making hand over fist, snake
Mhm.
oil salesmen. That's what
Yep.
I was, so
Faux show.
and you can't do nothing because we're giving you a scholarship.
Look no further than Notre Dame,
more
man. How much money does that fucking college football program make? It's a ton. They've got a fucking every year, every game contract with fucking Universal Studios. That's who owns NBC, and they get to keep all that money because they're not in a conference. Yeah, they need to share it with their players. No doubt about it, man. They need to do that. But to your point, they need to have rock solid contracts with these guys. They need to, hey, you can't go anywhere. And if you get a bowl game, you've got to play in it. That kind of thing. They need those kind of stipulations in those contracts, and they'll get there eventually. This is a new thing, man.
Yeah.
This whole thing is new, and they will get the stuff tweaked out of it.
That's why they can't even add it to college 25 or 26 or 27 when that comes out, because they're like, well, why can't you do NIL in the video game? Because nobody fucking knows how it works. It changes every year.
Yeah, they haven't finished. They haven't gotten it rock solid yet. Yeah. And here's the thing, man. I know there's a lot of college football fans that don't like the NIL at all. They don't like it at all. And I'm like, hey, at some point you've got to stop getting these guys in trouble for trying to take care of business. I mean, these schools make enough money; they should be sharing those profits with those kids. They should be. So. I'm all for it, but you've got to call it what it is too. I mean, they're basically the minor league of the NFL now. That's what they are, and they need to model their system after the NFL. The NFL works. We don't have guys moving in the middle of. We got them moving in the middle of the season, but we got a trade deadline. After that, you can't do it. The only guys you can pick up is guys that have been waived and don't have a team. That's the only people you can get. You know what I mean? If you have to, like what they did with Phillip Rivers, pulling him off the couch, they couldn't have called. Indianapolis couldn't have called New Orleans and said, "Give us Rattler, will you?" No, the trade deadline's done. That's what they need to do. They need to come up with a system, and to what Knock was saying, they need something like the Players Association to help these kids maneuver all this stuff, because it is shark-infested waters. They can be friggin' taken advantage of very easily.
And you're not even joking about that, because I read about this. I don't know if it's outdated yet or not, but the NFL, this for a fact, NFL agents can only make like 3% max, because of the NFLPA, right? In college, there is no limit.
They can get 50% they want to.
And like I said, I've mentioned this before. They could literally go to a team and say, "Hey, I can get you this player for this amount of dollars," and they haven't even talked to the player yet.
Yep.
That agent, quote unquote, hasn't even talked to the player yet. But then he goes to the player. He's like, "Hey, this school wants you for this amount of dollars," and then the kid's like, "Oh shit, I can get $1 million by going there," and then boom, there it is, and then they get 20-30% off of that. So I mean, there's just no law in there right now. There's nothing there's no oversight with that stuff right now, and that's mind-boggling, because everything's so new.
Yeah. Okay, boys and girls, thank you for that report, Knock. I will be waiting to hear how this all pans out, because I don't have ESPN, so I won't be able to watch it. So it's just the way it is. But I do have the NFL to watch, and because they put their major games out there where everybody can see them. And we get to talk about what happened last night, which yesterday and last night, first of all, because, we had some games yesterday. The first one was for the NFC South, and what's funny is it wasn't even decided by this game. It's going to be decided today by the outcome of the Saints-Falcons game. The Carolina Panthers went into Tampa Bay, and they look, from what I saw, the refereeing was really bad in that game. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers navigated it to where they got the victory. in the first half of it looked like it was the calls were leaning towards Carolina, and the second half of it they were definitely leaning towards Tampa Bay, no doubt about it. And that's what a lot of people have been talking about was the refereeing in this game. But I'm happy to see my boy Baker Mayfield. I don't think. Look, did they really win anything, Tampa Bay? Because they're about to have to face. We'll look at it here in a minute, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna face a 12-13 win team in their own house that's ready to come in and just beat the shit out of them. So, of course they're professionals. They want to make the playoffs. They want to win that division and everything. And they did everything they could do. Now they're big Saints fans. What did you guys think of this game? It was messy. It was rainy.
Sloppy.
Very sloppy. Half the game they were talking about how they needed to get rid of the gloves because they were just messing everything up, John, what did you think of this one?
The officiating definitely influenced the game.
Mm-hmm.
Although Carolina didn't do themselves any favors with their mistakes.
Yeah.
Seems like Dottle fell on the ground more often than not.
Those guys were slipping and sliding all over that field. Carolina Panthers were. The Tampa's used to it apparently because they weren't doing that very much. But boy, that flea flicker call to me was just that was a bad call. That you don't do that close to the end zone. I know the guy fell down and everything, but still. Where was he going to throw the ball? Nobody was deep. I mean, it was very strange. Very strange call to me. But, yeah.
Of course, the ball was slippery. Because there's even Baker Mayfield went to throw it and he threw his arm back and the ball kept going backwards.
Yeah. It was slick. That's for sure. Ron, what'd you take out of this one?
I'll tell you, I was about to just turn the game off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The penalties that the Panthers were getting called against were just atrocious.
Oh,
They did a backwards pass, and the refs. He literally said, "Ball went out of bounds." As they're showing a fucking camera angle of Dodal picking up the ball, getting ready to run.
Yeah,
but they called it dead, and then they called it against. And then because they called it dead, he couldn't progress in yardage. They gave him the loss of the down and the lost yardage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? You guys fucked him two ways by stopping the clock and not letting him progress it, and then penalized him because you guys fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I was so pissed about that.
Somebody had
the correct call there. Well, first of all, they shouldn't have blown the whistle. I was watching it live, knew it was a backwards pass. Yeah. Anybody that was watching it, the line judge should have known that was a backwards pass. They should have let that go and see if he'd have gotten any yards when he picked it up. Right? But they didn't.
On the whistle these days, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If anything else, since they killed the play right there, and John will be back. I'm sure he's got some kind of internet issue, but they should have just replayed the down. That's what I would think in that kind of situation. I know whenever things happen like. The ball hits the sky cam and stuff like that, they replay the down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why the refs fucking that up. Wasn't a situation for that, but wow. Yeah, to bone him like that was bad. Go ahead.
They gave him a weak-ass pass interference call for the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, that was weak.
The wide receiver fell down.
Yeah.
Because the defender's back was turned from the football, they called him. Like, dude, he fell down. What do you want him to do? He wasn't pushing. He didn't push him down. He fell down. You could see his leg buckle.
He didn't kick his feet or anything. He just fell. Yeah.
And that kept the drive alive. And I think the Bucs got points off of that drive.
Mm-hmm. They got a field goal off.
3.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, and then they had the one play where the Panthers got called on a penalty, and then it got them out of field goal range. They missed the field goal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's just like the refs just fucked this game. Now, in the fourth quarter, and I think the fourth quarter is where the Panthers had that flea flicker. Right?
Yeah, that's when they had the flea flicker where the running back just basically hit the deck and tried to pitch it back to him anyway. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
are
the
you doing,
end of the
man?
game was more Panthers' fault, but they shouldn't have been in that position. They were fucked earlier in the game. Any
Yeah.
momentum they ever had gotten in those drives were killed because of the refs, and
Mm-hmm.
purely because of the refs. And so I think the Panthers should have been, they could have been ahead in this game potentially.
Yeah.
And that last touchdown drive that they had could have been for the lead if they'd not gotten fucked by the refs. So the refs are in this one for me, 100%.
Yeah.
I think they need to start checking refs and seeing if they're betting on these games.
Well, I think Knox said it best in our thread. They need an oversight where they can correct shit instantly.
Yeah.
That's
live
what
correction. And they have
Well,
the UFL has that. It's insane that the UFL has that and NFL doesn't.
They
I wondered
have
if
they
AI
have
could
ref
do a better job.
assist, but they don't have anything that can just countermand them
Well, they do.
completely.
No, they do. You're wrong. They do. They they make the call up in the booths for the UFL. They could change what happens.
No, I meant in the NFL.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
meant.
They should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
what I was
wondered
trying to
if AI
explain.
could
They
do a
have
better job.
they have
That's-
referee assist. In other words, they can call down to him and say, "Hey, you're wrong about this," but it's up to the ref on the field whether or not he takes that advice or not. And yeah, you're right. They should have something like the UFL has, where they just say, "No, you're fucking wrong. We can see it up here. Everybody in the world can see it." And this is something that came up. And I'll go ahead and switch gears to the next game because it actually happened in the next game. I think these guys on the field don't realize that the whole world can see what they're doing. They're really laser focused on what's going on the field because there was a play in here where the Seahawks head coach was right next to a referee and threw the challenge flag and then went and called timeout right in front of the ref's face. Okay? And Knock was saying he should have been penalized for that. And I was good either way, whatever the hell happened,
Well,
but
he kind of was because he still lost. It's just as if he would have lost the challenge.
but if
he
it
would have
was
lost the
timeout,
challenge, yeah. And he would have lost the timeout if he lost the challenge. But
he could have called a different
the
play.
fact that he threw down the flag, he just pitched it out there and then got in the guy's face. He didn't throw the flag across the guy's face to get his attention. He just wanted that to be out there on the field in case, something crazy was happening, and he called a timeout. I was like, I don't think he realizes that we can see what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's just worried about what the ref right next to him sees, right? So, yeah, that was
That's why I think it should have been a 15-yard penalty, which would have given it a first down. That
Right.
would have changed it.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, absolutely. But, and that's something, if they did that, then guys would pay attention to that, right? But no.
Is there something in the rules about that? That's what
I don't know. I don't know if there is or not. I really don't. But I do know that the referees can call a personal foul on things that they think are objectionable game-wise, so they can do that. So Knox right. He could have been, they could have given him a personal foul for doing that.
I don't know if that's an actual flag or not. The only one I can think of when it comes to timeouts is trying to use a second timeout.
Yeah, that's a flag.
You've already used one,
Yeah.
and that's a yardage flag. So
It just pushes you back. Yeah. But anyway, this one I was very happy with the outcome. As you know, I'm a huge Seahawks fan, guys. That's my main football team that I root for. And I got to tell you, I'm surprised we're here. I really didn't think that Mike McDaniel was going to turn this around this fast. I really didn't think so. And wow, it's amazing to see what's going on. Their defense is playing rock solid. It's a bend don't break defense, and they, Knock was saying a lot of these college teams don't even tackle when they're on buys and stuff. The Seahawks, you can tell it by watching them when they play. They practice tackling every time they don't have anything to do on defense. That's what they do. And you saw so many solo tackles in that game that were just fantastic. Guys picking people up. But to their credit, the Niners were doing that too. Just not as often. But what I'm seeing out of this, if we can get the kind of play we got out of Sam Darnold last night, look, he doesn't have to beat the other team. All he has to do is, I was telling my wife last night, the most important stat for Sam Darnold last night was 0 interceptions. That was the most important stat he had. And he took a couple of sacks. But you know what? I'd rather he took sacks than give the ball up. You know what I'm saying? The way the defense is playing, and when that two-headed monster we got at running back is running, how many of you guys were ready to just throw in the towel when Walker ran for 17 yards on 3rd and long? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they had a shot of what's the general manager's name? He used to play for the
John
Buccaneers?
Lynch. Yeah, they
John
showed it.
Lynch was about to lose his mind up there being
He
a
would've
defensive
blown
guy.
him up. He would have blown him up if
Yes.
he dared to come across the
Right. He
more
couldn't
than 2
believe what he
yards.
was seeing. But that a lot of that has to do with their middle linebacker, Warner, not being there. I mean,
Yep.
that was a sideline-to-sideline guy that would have blown that play up in 2 seconds. You know?
Well, they're short Bosa, too.
Yeah, and that's a pass rusher. But what I'm saying is against the run, that's
Oh, yeah.
the guy right there.
Oh, yeah.
Warner would have
Warner,
shut that
yeah.
down. And so, yeah, you know, I picked the Niners to go to the Super Bowl from the wild card spot. And, you know, it's still a possibility for them. Now, they're big. Who are the Rams playing today? They're big fans of whoever's playing the Rams, that's for sure, because they're going to drop to the 6th seed if the
play the
Rams
Cardinals.
win today. So
They play the Cardinals.
they play the Cardinals. Yeah, they're big Arizona fans today.
I had a good time watching the Manning cast for this game.
Say again, Knock. Go ahead.
I had a good time watching the Manning cast for this game.
What was the total count of bleeps on Marshawn Lynch?
It wasn't that bad. I think I did hear a few, but no. As soon as he came out, Eli was like, "Yeah, you know, we had to pay a fine last time." So, you know, and then Peyton chimes in, it's like, "Oh, Eli had to pay the fine, so it's okay." You know, they were just going at it. It was so funny. They were showing all these clips. You know, with the hey, look at Manning trying to make a tackle. They showed the beast mode.
Yeah.
Or the Beast Quake or whatever, and it was so good. I think the only problem with the Manning cast is that there's no real hype when there's a touchdown.
Right.
Like that Charbonnet one, they were like, "Oh, and he scores."
And he scores.
So that's probably the one thing you're missing. But that's why I only watch the Manning cast when I don't have a little skin in the game.
Well, you watched the Manning cast because it was Joe Buck and Troy Aikman this time
Yep.
around. Man, really.
I ended up
Even
muting.
that, I don't mind the announcers as much as you guys do.
I
but-
ended up
Joe
muting
Buck
it.
is horrible, dude.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's bad.
I ended up muting it, putting it on closed caption, and listening to Metallica.
I don't go that far. I like hearing.
Buddy,
the-
look, those of us that watch this guy and his career, all he should be doing is covering Yankees games, man. That's all he should be doing. He's a homer for the New York Yankees, and when it comes to football, he is totally in the tank for certain players, and he loves the 49ers. I knew he was going to call the game the way he did last night. I was like, it doesn't matter. We're going to win anyway.
My biggest one at this point is just Chris Collinsworth. I can't.
Well,
I
he's
can't
just
listen to him anymore.
he's retarded. Yeah,
If
he always
Mahomes
has been.
isn't on the field, he'll still talk about Mahomes. Like that.
We're going to
Yeah,
hear
even I
about
think
Mahomes
that's
tonight.
much.
Is that it? Yeah.
100%.
Even I think that's much.
So the Seahawks have home field advantage. We're sitting at the house waiting to see who we're going to play. Man, that it's just amazing to me that we're at that point. Hoping for a better run from Darnold this year. And like I said, all he's got to do is beat Trent Dilfer in 2000 with the
You
kind of
need a
defense and
kicker's
running
what you
game he's
need.
got.
Year
Huh?
2000.
You need a kicker's what you need.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you know what? Myers has been dependable, but last night, yeah, there was. They said it was windy in there, but it didn't look like it was that windy when he banked it off the right upright. He nailed that
Nope.
thing solid, dude. Like he was aiming for it. Yeah. If we've got, well, the weaknesses we have are, I mean, the quarterback's good, but he makes bad. It's like having Jameis Winston back there. He's gonna make bad throws. He almost got picked off late in that game last night. If the guy had gotten 2 feet down, they would have got him.
Yeah.
But he couldn't stay in bounds. He will make bad throws. That's a weakness. And you're right. The special teams are good, especially since we picked up Rashid from the Saints. He's the one that bailed us out against the Rams, man, with that return for a touchdown. You know, when we were down, 3 scores? But the special teams on the whole are really good. We cover well. The punter is a weapon. You notice they didn't get inside the 30 until the second half. I mean, we play really good field position game. But yeah, Jacoby Myers needs some work, or not Jacoby Myers, but Myers the kicker.
I think one thing that needs to be mentioned though. I think it could have been 19.
Oh yeah, look. Both teams.
Coach likes them.
If you're going to hang your hat on defense and running game, you got to take the points that are presented. That first drive was half the first quarter, came away with nothing. They should have kicked the field goal there. I keep count of how many points they should have. They should have had 6 more points last night. They should have won this. Actually, with the 2 missed kicks and the one they didn't take, they should have won this 22-3. But. Yeah, they
always take the points.
Always take the points. It's the NFL, guys. It's not. It's not Pee Wee League. It's not friggin' college. It is the NFL. You take the points that are presented to you, and keep playing. That way you can.
But John, we saw a lot of that with Georgia. Kirby Smart made a lot of decisions like that, even on his own side of the field. They went for it and it failed.
And it makes. Look at what it's done to Detroit. Look at what it's done to Detroit. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, this analytics stuff, it's really sweet, really funny, really cool, makes them go for offensive stuff all the time. Doesn't work out more than 50% of the time, guys. I mean,
you don't go for it on your own side of the field.
Yeah,
especially when you're on like the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. You're totally disrespecting the other team, and they're going to get pissed off about it, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. They're going to burn you.
Yep. Okay, let's talk about what's going to happen today. Not many of these games are going to matter, but the games, the teams that are in the playoffs want to stay on a roll. They want to keep winning, but at the same time, they want to, preserve their players. So it's going to be interesting to see. This may be the toughest time of the year to pick a game. So we should have some fun with this. The first one has everything to do with who's going to win the South. If the Atlanta Falcons win this game, it will cause a 3-way tie at the top of the NFC South. All 3 of the teams will be 8-9, and because of division record and shared opponents and whatnot, the Carolina Panthers will win the division. They will have the tie breaks if Atlanta wins. However, if New Orleans wins or ties, if there's a tie in this game or New Orleans wins, then the Buccaneers will win the division. Thoughts on this one, guys? I think New Orleans has their quarterback. I think Atlanta doesn't. I think the best player on the field is Bijan Robinson, and I think the Saints know it. I think they're going to load the box. I think they're going to win the game with Tyler Shuck. And I do want to let you know, I did finally find out where we could get our injury report stuff. The big ones for the Saints, Demario Davis is out, their middle linebacker. That means Bijan Robinson gets a few more yards. The other big one, Kamara and Olave. So he's going to be hamstrung with some of his weapons being out. No doubt about it. Okay?
Yeah.
But on the other side, they got a D lineman out. They've got their linebacker Harrison and a defensive back out. 3 members of their defense are out. And London is questionable. So I think this comes out in the wash. I think the best running back on the field is going to get loaded up on, and I think Tyler Shuck is going to win the day because he's the better quarterback on the field today. What do you think about this one, Knock? Tell me about it.
I'm going with the Falcons. I think potentially they could still get it done. You still got Kyle Pitts out there.
Mm-hmm.
If they throw him the damn ball,
they've got a lot of weapons. They do. Yeah.
So, and their defense isn't too bad. So, look, what the Saints have done last 5 weeks has been pretty good, but they're still not a great team. So,
no, not at all.
Neither of these teams are really good. Atlanta way underperformed this year, but I think they go out with the win.
Okay, John.
I think that Saints are going to pull this out. I thought on paper the Falcons should have been a team to beat.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't gel. They don't. Just like not throwing a pits. It would seem to me you'd know that you'd figure it out by week 18 that you can throw to your damn
tight end.
Yeah, but apparently, who gets open? You look at tape. He's open. He's not as good. He doesn't get open as well as Kelsey does, but he still does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just.
I can't explain it either. I think their biggest problem, John, is that they just don't have the downs out of Penix yet, and it's becoming an injury every year. And if it goes into a third year like this, if he comes back next year and gets injured again, you got to start looking for somebody else. I mean, you get the reputation for being injury prone because you're injury prone, and that's what's happening with him right now. And I think that's the not gelling thing. I think that's the chemistry problem.
Well, I think it's coaching. I don't think the coaching's there.
Yeah. Raheem Morris is one of the ones I think is going to be gone. I do. I think on Black Monday, which is tomorrow, I think he's going to be out, especially if they lose the game. If they lose the game today to the Saints, I think he's going to be out of there.
And on the opposite side, Kellen Moore has earned his job.
Oh yeah. Shit, yeah. Matter of fact,
I'm rooting for him. He's a former Boise State Bronco QB. I'm rooting for him.
Well, the thing about Kellen Moore, everywhere he's gone and done the playing calling, he's improved what's there. Okay, he improved Dak Prescott when he was there with the Cowboys. He improved Jalen Hurts when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I really don't think they're even judging him off of this year at all. And to what you said, he has definitely earned his money this year because he didn't have shit, and he's coached up a guy that nobody thought was going to be a starter in the NFL. Yeah,
they gave away players. Shaheed, Brandon Cooks, they were fire sale.
Yep, absolutely. And I watch out for the New Orleans Saints going forward, man. I think Kellen Moore's a pretty smart football guy. He's going to get the right people doing his defense. And the defense has dropped off a little bit without the head coach they had last year. I'm forgetting his name.
Dennis Allen.
Yeah, Dennis Allen, and he's doing well for the team he's with now on the defensive side. He's a good coordinator. He's just not a good head coach. But they're going to get the defensive guys they need there. They've still got pieces, but they're getting old, man. The guys on defense are getting old. But hey, we'll see what happens. I like what he's done with that young quarterback, though. He's really coached that guy up. It's really fun to see.
Basically came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, the only plus to him is he played a lot of college ball. He played for 5 years in college.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of game reps. So, John, who did you pick in this one? New Orleans, yeah?
I picked the Saints, yeah.
I'm just double checking. Okay. Next up, we've got the Cleveland Browns going into Cincinnati to play the Bengals. The last time they met, it was, I believe, here it is here. The Bengals beating them by a point, but that was without Joe Burrow. The injuries on this one, looks like one of their offensive linemen is questionable. One of their tight ends, a backup tight end is out. That's for Cleveland. For Cincinnati, one of their tight ends is questionable. One of the defensive linemen is questionable. That's pretty much, and they've got a bunch of guys that are out. But the big names aren't. So, and it looks like a lot of them are on defense. So, yeah, their defense is going to suck, but Joe Burrow's probably going to fucking light it up, boys and girls. And I think the Bengals will win this one today. John, what do you think of this?
Oh, Bengals got this in the bag.
Okay.
And I've just doomed them. But
yeah, right? You just got them in the bag. It's a done deal. Has Garrett gotten the sack record yet?
Nope.
Nope. He's got 22 right now.
Aaron Rodgers did everything impossible not to be the guy to give him that rep. He was like scrambling around like he's 18.
Might have been why they lost the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because Cleveland beat them. Yeah.
It was more concerned about not being the
guy. He didn't want to be the guy on the record book, right?
Yep.
He didn't want to be Brett Favre. That's too funny, man. Knock, what do you think of this one?
I'm going with the upset, I guess, technically.
Okay.
Even though I don't think it's much of an upset. Both teams suck.
They do. Yeah.
If Myles Garrett doesn't get 4 sacks in this game against the most sacked quarterback ever,
right,
the shittiest O-line ever, somebody's going to be getting some sacks. So I think the Browns have the defense to stifle this a little bit, at least slow them down. And then John will never pick a Sanders. So that's why he's not even talking about.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked he's picking Joe Burrow, man, because we know he has no love for that dude either. He's probably just rooting for a tie and as many injuries as possible in this game.
I will say,
I'm rooting for a meteor hit. Yeah, that's what it is.
I think the biggest thing that's going against the Browns, though, is they did lose Judkins last week. He broke every bone in his body.
Oh my god!
And so he won't be in this game. That was their biggest weapon. 100%.
Yeah.
But we won't see that Wildcat formation anymore.
Nope.
I think this is going to be. I'm hoping that Joe picks the Bengals because this is going to be one of my.
I did pick the Bengals. I told you already.
You're wrong, Knock. You're wrong, Knock. I will pick a Sanders. Just Colonel Sanders, not Shedeur Sanders.
He'll choose KFC over the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. Okay. Next up. Does anybody give the Indianapolis Colts a chance to win this game?
No.
Even I can't call this one.
Yeah. Houston down the board. Yes.
I think if Houston knew what seed they were going to be, if they were locked in, which I don't know if they are, if they knew they were locked in.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Let me go ahead and get a different.
Because then the Texans could rest their players. Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of my point. And so. But Riley Leonard is leading the Colts this week, so I don't against that Texas defense. Unless they're resting players, I don't see them having a chance.
Let's see. They're 11-5, and the Jaguars are 12-4. I think the Jaguars already won the division, though. I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so they may not be able to improve. Well, they've got to stay ahead of the Chargers, keep the 5
and the
seed.
Bills.
And the Bills. They're all locked up at 11-5.
Yeah.
So they're playing. They're
Yeah.
playing.
They want to keep that 5 seed.
Mm-hmm. There you go. We'll keep that on hand so we can look at that. But yeah, I love you, Philip, and I'm rooting for you today. I want you to win.
Playing.
I really do. But
Anthony Richardson's starting.
No, it's. I thought it was Riley
Leonard. Yeah.
Really, Philip's not playing?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're benching him.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't even look at the injury report on this thing.
He's
But
not.
the
He's not playing him.
The rumor is he's going to be in the coaching carousel this year.
Who? Philip Rivers?
Yeah,
Yep.
apparently.
Oh, I'd love to see it, man. He knows football. You guys know this. He knows offensive
he's
football.
got a great mind.
Yeah. What hampered him his whole career was not having any legs. He's the modern day Dan Marino.
Yeah.
He's
got
a statue.
cement
You
shoes.
know where he's going to be. You know?
He's got cement shoes is what's going on there.
Right, that's it. Yeah, but I'd love to see that, man. I think that'd be awesome. But not much more to say on this one, I don't think, guys. I think, especially without Phil. Look, I think they're hampered with Phil against this pass rush. So, I don't think this other guy's going to do any better than that. Good to see you, Martin. He says, "Greetings, my excellent friends."
He can at least throw it over 20 yards. So
Yeah, he can. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're moving on from that one to Tennessee. Oh, man. God almighty. Once again, Jacksonville's going to be playing their players. They want to keep – now, they'll probably – if they get way ahead, they'll probably start resting people. But they're going up against Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward, God love him, he's talented. That guy, he's pretty good. He's going – I don't think he's going to be a bust in the NFL. I think he's going to do okay, but –
he needs a change of scenery is what he needs.
He does. He's going to have to work out his rookie contract, and he's going to have to do it somewhere else. Look, I don't need to chronicle anymore how much I don't like the Tennessee's front office and what they did to Vrabel and all that stuff.
Nope.
I'm taking Jacksonville. I'm assuming the two of you are as well.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody
I
else
hate
want to say
Fabio,
anything
but-
about this game?
Yeah, I think if this game was later on in the day, if it was after the Broncos or Patriots game, then because they have a 4% chance to get the number 1 seed, but they need the Broncos and the Patriots to lose. So
Right.
it's one of those things where they want to play to get the
Yeah,
win.
the seating's
so
not settled. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Yeah.
The seating is not settled in the AFC at all. Denver dumps, which I don't see them dumping, but they're playing a division rival. It could happen, guys.
I mean,
It could.
Herbert's not playing.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, he's out. He's out.
Did he fuck up his hand worse last week?
They're resting him because of his hands.
Wow. Dude,
So, yeah.
okay.
If we lose
So
this game, we don't deserve
that changes things
still gonna
quite
be
a
in the
bit.
playoffs, but-
That changes things quite a bit. You're going to play your guys so you can keep the number 1
Yeah,
seed.
yeah.
You're going to play your guys. They're not. Okay. New England is going to hope against hope, but that's not going to happen. But they need to go ahead and win because of Jacksonville. Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, they're gonna play the players. Jacksonville has an outside shot if they both don't lose. But hearing that about the starting quarterback for the Chargers.
If I'm not mistaken, I heard the Chargers were sitting their other players too because Herbert's not going to be in. So they're just treating it
Wow.
like just a bye week.
So that changes things quite a bit. These guys are going to play though because
Yeah, you never know.
they want it. I think the Jaguars would love to have the second seed and play the worst wild card team. I think that they'd love to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But really, even if they sat players, I think they still got a better roster than the Tennessee Titans. So I'm taking Jacksonville. John, you got anything else on this?
Jacksonville could play their practice squad and still win.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. Knock, anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. Green Bay at Minnesota. Now, Green Bay's out of the playoffs, so is Minnesota.
Oh, what? Green Bay's
I'm
not
pretty
in
sure they are, aren't they?
No, they're locked in the last feed, the 7th.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yep.
Oh, they are.
You can't be just throwing out statements without
That's
backing.
right. That's right. I'm just whatever, you know.
Still a chance they can go all the way.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bro. I know you're pulling for that preseason pick. I understand, but
Well, yeah, I've already written
I
that
think
off.
one of these
I'm-
NFC West teams will have something to say about that, bro. I don't know. Call me
there's
crazy,
just-
but
yeah, there's just everybody above them is.
Knox right. I shouldn't have said that. I forgot the Packers were in front. I don't. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that they're still going to make the playoffs. Oh my God. Ugh.
That shows how bad the NFC is. The
Yeah,
NFC
right?
is just
Yeah.
awful.
They're top heavy. That's what they are. They're top heavy. But anyway, we've got this one. Green Bay. Let's look at it one more time. I don't think they can improve their position. They can't.
No,
They cannot.
Yeah.
So I would be resting people if I was the Green Bay Packers going into the playoffs. Minnesota is going to, they're going to play their people because, they want to end up with a winning record. So I'm taking Minnesota in this one.
Okay.
So, John, who you got?
I got Minnesota at home.
Yeah,
I
Green
don't
Bay's
think the
just not
Packers-
playing good, period.
Yeah.
If they start, and they're beat up at the quarterback position, my God.
Oh yeah.
Ron, who do you think?
Well, okay. Can you do me a favor and scroll down? Is Willis
Yeah,
in this
absolutely.
game or is he out?
Let's find out. Jennings is out.
Oh, Love is
Neiman is out.
said him.
Love is available, but I doubt he sees it down. I doubt it.
I don't see Willis on there.
Tom is out. So looks like Willis isn't even listed here. So I would imagine he's probably going to start the game. You do a little more research if you want to, and we'll come back.
Yeah,
to
give
this
me a
one.
little more time. Cause
Yeah, go ahead and look.
If Willis is in, I want to pick the Packers. If it's the
Right.
third string, I don't want to pick the Packers.
I hear you.
I need to have more picks that are different than yours, but
I know.
I can't pick that one in good conscience.
I'll save it for you. I'll save it. I'll check in with you by the end of the show. You go ahead and do your research, man. Okay, next up, a game that means absolutely fucking nothing except for division pride. The Dallas Cowboys are going into New York to play the Giants, who are coming off a win, I believe. Didn't they win last week?
Yep.
Pretty sure they did. Let's take a look at that last matchup between the Giants and the Cowboys. It was won by Dallas in a shootout, 40-37. Take a look at the injury report real quick.
Okay, I'm going Minnesota. It looks like Toon is going to be their quarterback.
Oh, good God.
Backup. And Willis as the emergency.
Oh, good God. Wow. Okay. In this one, the Cowboys don't have one of their linemen, Tyler Bass. They don't have running back Davis. Other than that, they look to be okay. Butler's questionable, but, hey. For the Giants, they have a bunch of people out.
Yeah.
Defensive backs are hurting. Their tight end and one of their wide receivers is questionable. But the biggest loss to them, as it has been all year, is Scadaboo being gone. So we can't see the psycho teammates together. I think Dallas goes in here and wins the day. I'm going to give it to Dallas. John, who you got in this one?
Oh, I got Dallas. I
Okay.
don't like Dallas, but Jackson Dart can't do it without Scadaboo.
Yeah, it's,
Even though he did catch a pass
Yeah, right?
for a touchdown. So,
Yeah, but, I don't know. Dallas's offense is so fucking talented, man. It really is.
Yeah.
If they ever get a running back worth of shit, they're going to be deadly on offense. They really are. Because they're getting yards with nobodies back there. So, let's see. The Joker's voice is here.
Yep.
He says, "Good morning. My Patriots wrap up the second seed in the AFC today. Hope the NFL enjoyed the 6-year vacation of the New England not being in the playoffs. Laugh out loud." I hear you, brother. I hear you. We were just discussing the seeding, and we'll look at that again here in a second. Ron, what do you think?
Well,
Giants going to pull off the upset?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you're still talking about a really good defensive line.
Yes, that is the strength of the Giants' defense, no doubt.
And Jackson Dart can get it done. They scored 34 points last week. Now, it was against the Raiders, but it was an NFL team.
It was an NFL team.
So
it wasn't James Madison.
Cowboys defense is not exactly the Legion of Boom here, so I think you can make some plays against the Cowboys. So
yeah, but they do have some run. They do have that run stopper. That will slow Jackson Dart down.
And the pick with the Giants.
Yeah.
At home.
Joker's voice says the Giants are playing for the first overall pick. I think the Raiders have that wrapped up. I really do.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I feel so bad for Fernando Mendoza.
Right?
Because
he's going there. You know he is.
Poor bastard. Oh, my God.
That's the one team that I'm not worried about him going to.
Ugh.
All right, we got another division game. Most of these are division games down the stretch here. I think all of them are. The New York Jets travel north to beautiful Orchard Park to play the Buffalo Bills. And you notice here by the red helmet, they're wearing their old uniforms. Their Super Bowl losing uniforms is what they've decided to go with this Sunday against the punching bag that is the New York Jets. You want to do an upset here, Knock? What do you think?
You mentioned the helmets. The Browns are wearing their old humans too.
Are they? Can you tell the difference? It's an orange helmet with a fucking stripe on it. That's
yeah.
It.
So it's funny. I think the main headline for this game is: will Josh Allen be the only one to get picked off by the Jets defense this year? The Jets do not have an interception
They don't have an interception all
in
year
this
long.
at all this year. So will Josh Allen, in the very last game of the season, be the one to give the Jets one interception, at least one?
I'd love to see the Jets come out here and beat their ass. I would, but
I
that's
would
not
too.
going to happen.
No.
That's not going to happen. John, you got
I
Buffalo,
can't
right?
pick this one.
Yeah, I got Buffalo.
Okay, we're
Reluctantly.
all on the Buffalo bandwagon for this one,
Yeah.
boys and
It's
girls.
just nothing.
I mean, Knockett is a huge Josh Allen fan. I think the guy's talented. I just don't. I think he's John Elway. He's the modern day John Elway. He will not win a championship with the current staff that he's playing for. It's going to take somebody
I
coming
think
in
he's
with an
modern-day Dan
offensive
Marino.
mind to build a little bit better offense around him. Maybe promote Joe Brady to fucking head coach and get rid of this guy. And I
Scott
think
McDermott? No, that won't happen.
He's
like
he's
him.
Dan Marino. He's not Elway. He's Marino.
no,
He's not.
no,
he's not
no,
gonna,
no, no,
He's
no,
not
no,
going
no,
to sniff a championship.
no. Don't compare him to the greatest quarterback that's ever played the game. No,
That never won a Super Bowl. Yeah, don't
That
do
never
that.
won a Super Bowl, but still the greatest.
He won
athlete.
plenty of MVPs,
Yeah.
but could not get a Super Bowl.
Could not
That's
win a
definitely
Super
not
Bowl,
Josh
that's
Allen, right? He doesn't
Gotta-
get MVPs.
Yep.
and not win Super
Joker's voice says, got to give Marv Levy and Jim Kelly that credit. 4 consecutive Super Bowl appearances. Yeah, I'm not belittling that at all, dude. They dominated their conference for damn near half a decade. So, yeah, it's something that will never be done again. Not even the Chiefs or Patriots could do that. So, yeah, I understand. But
Didn't the Vikings go to 4 in a row?
what is it? What did you say?
Didn't the Vikings go to 4 in a row?
No. The Vikings went to 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, not in a
Not
row.
in a row.
Not in
And
a
they
row.
lost every one of them, just like Buffalo has done.
Just not in a row. Good.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we've got Detroit, who everybody thought I was crazy when I said they were going to fall in their ass this
Pretty
year.
sure they were my Super Bowl pick. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're going into Chicago, and I think that fall continues. I'm taking the Chicago Bears in this one. They went toe-to-toe with the men of the West last week and came up a little bit short against the 49ers. But they are the cardiac Bears, boys and girls. They're going to be in this all the way to the end of it. And I think that Ben Johnson is the straw that stirred the drink in Detroit, and he's stirring it in Chicago now. So, yeah, I'm looking for the Bears to pull this one off tonight. But they might be resting people. Let's look at that real quick before we make our final picks. They are sitting at 11-5.
Oh, no. They want the number 2 pick.
They want that number 2 seed. They're gonna have to keep playing to stay ahead of the Philadelphia Eagles. No doubt about that. So, yeah, looks like they will continue to play, boys and girls. That's for sure. We still don't. If you wonder why it goes from 3 to 5, that's because we don't know who the South winner is yet.
On both sides.
Yeah, and
don't
on
know-
both sides.
don't know
That
who
will
the
be.
person is
We'll
yet.
talk about the AFC side here in a little bit, but they need to hang on to that second seed, so they'll be playing. I predict that they will beat the Detroit Lions tonight. Knock. What do you think of this one?
I think the over and under on trick plays is 20.
Right,
Um,
and that's all because of the influence of Ben Johnson. So yeah.
So
There you
there's going to be a lot of 4th down attempts. There's going to be a lot of, so you're going to see everything that Joe hates about football in this one, probably.
Yes. It's good. I'm going to be pulling my hair out.
You know what? I made this pick before you said yours. I'm going to go with the Lions for just to play spoiler.
And to be clear, I'm pulling for the Lions. I like Dan Campbell. I just wish he'd rein himself in, and he's not going to. So, yeah.
So I'm looking at the Lions to play spoiler. That's pretty much my
Okay.
thing here.
All right. What do you say, John? What do you
I
say?
got the Bears.
Got the Bears? The Bears.
It's so funny. John begrudgingly has to pick Caleb Williams. Despises. He's had to turn a corner on him and start picking him because.
Well, here's the thing about Caleb Williams. He's a mental case outside of football, but There's no denying the kid's talent. That guy,
he's got physical skills all day
he has
long.
got
It's
physical skills you cannot coach. It's fucking
crybaby.
ridiculous. He's got the arm of an Aaron Rodgers with the feet of a Lamar Jackson. It's fucking bizarre how good this guy is. But, you know, unless somebody can rein him in mentally, he's always gonna have that ability to fucking turn that ball into a grenade. So, you know, if they can coach that bullshit out of him, they'll have something on their hands that they've never had. I mean, even when they won the Super Bowl in '85, their quarterback was mid. Jim McMahon just didn't have to fuck it up. Kind of like you know, Sam Darnold right now. Just don't fuck it up. That was Jim McMahon. Okay, you know, and he knew it. He played into it. He loved it. He loved playing for that team because they were a bunch of guys that just hit you in the mouth. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they've never had a great quarterback. So
I think Williams needs like 200-ish yards. I think less than that to get to 4,000 and be the first Bears QB to get to 4,000 yards.
Wow. Yeah,
he can do it technically today.
He can. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. But of course, Knock is trying to catch me, so he's going to take Detroit and their analytics ways.
I think in normal circumstances.
So he's probably going to be pulling his hair out rooting for Detroit more than I will.
Yep.
No doubt. I just don't like the Bears. I never have. So, you know, I'm pulling against them. I like the Lions better. Okay, next up, we got Knock's game. And this should be a cakewalk. They're going to cement their number 1 seed. The Chargers are just... They
imploded.
The Chargers are going to charge her, right, guys? I mean, yeah. And apparently they're going to sit their quarterback, get him some rest for the playoffs. So, it looks like the Denver Broncos are going to be just like the Seahawks at 14-3 and have the number 1 seed. I don't see anything different happening. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos in this one. John, what do you think about your division rivals and all that stuff in this one?
Okay, I'm rooting for the Chargers, but it's going to be Denver.
Yeah. Gotcha. Knock, talk to me about your football team.
I'm also rooting for the Chargers, but it's going to be Denver. No, I'm kidding. We're bringing back our awesome logo there, as you can see.
Yes, the Orange Crush. What's up?
I think the Chargers are going to be sitting a lot of their players because Herbert's not. This is essentially a bye week for them. So this will hopefully, please let it be just an easy game. Let me enjoy my 40-0 win, like we did last year against the Chiefs. You know, when they sat all their players. Denver just gets that luck at the end of the year. You know, they put these division games at the end of the year to try to create that drama, which they have for some, right? But other times they're just misses, and this is another miss where the one team doesn't really, you know, they're resting their players, and the other team needs it to get that bye week. So I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I just want a nice, easy win, chill out. Otherwise, I'm going to be watching Summer Games Done Quick for the rest of the weekend. Because it just started, like just now.
Oh, my gosh. All right, cool. Real quick, I've got to answer this. The Joker's voice says, Joe, Dan Marino, you said Tom Brady. Wrong. No, I did not say Tom Brady.
Not in that context.
Dan Marino is a better pocket passer than Tom Brady. I don't give a shit what anybody says. If Dan Marino played in a time when nobody could hit him, the flats were always open, and the middle of the field was wide open, he would have thrown for 6,000 yards a season. Guaranteed. He played in a time when you could kill the fucking quarterback. Go back and look at him, Joker's voice, okay? If he played under the conditions that Tom Brady played in, it wouldn't even be close. He would have fucking lit up the entire NFL and won fucking 6 Super Bowls just like Tom did. What's that?
So they made rules just for Tom Brady. Like that happened.
I rest my case. I'm telling you. The last 2 years that Dan Marino played, he played in a hockey boot because of his fucking Achilles tendon and still beat teams. I mean, come on, guys. No. He's the greatest pocket passer that ever played the game. Now, greatest championship quarterback? Yeah, that's Tom Brady. That's pretty obvious. But you got to look at the era they played in, buddy. His wide receivers, you could mug them all day long when Dan played, and you can't even breathe on them now. Come on, man. It's apples and oranges you're talking about there, bro. Apples and oranges. Okay, next up, let's see what we got here.
I mean,
Boy, oh boy.
not much to say here.
Not much to say here. Let's take a look at that standings again. Who is it that's big Arizona fans today? It's
The 49ers.
the 49ers are, because if the Rams win, which they should, and they want that fifth seed, so they're probably going to play all their players and get warmed up for the playoffs against Arizona, who, now, let's be clear about this. Arizona is the same team they've been all year. They're in every game. They're very competitive. I think they actually upgraded a quarterback when they put Jacoby Brissett in instead of Murray. I don't know who Murray's playing for next year, but I don't think he's going to be in an Arizona uniform.
He's playing for Pop Warner because that's
right?
not his height.
But let's look at the
He would go
injury report
undefeated.
real quick. Brown is out on their offensive line, and that's it. They've got everybody. So Jacoby Brissett, I'm sure, is going to start for them. Then you've got, for the Rams, you've got Adams still. I wouldn't even play Adams.
I would.
Get him ready for the playoffs. Let's see. Higbee's out with his ankle. He's
Anyone
questionable.
that's questionable, I wouldn't play him.
I wouldn't play him either. And then they've got an offensive lineman that's hurt. Also, the ones that are out, one of their O-line and one of their defensive backs. So the core of both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball are going to be playing. I'm taking the Rams in this one. I think they're going to want that 5 seed. They're going to want to bury San Francisco a little bit lower down. And, that's who I'm taking in this one. John, who are you taking?
I'm taking the Rams. They got the better kicker.
They got the thicker kicker has made all the difference
All that matters,
with the Rams.
when it comes to the 49ers, it's the kicker.
Right?
The Rams.
If the Rams win the Super Bowl on a kicker's, on a field goal, it's going to make John's day.
Yeah, it is. You know it is. You know it is. Hail, you magnificent bastards, the Comic Relief Crusader says. Good to see you, CRC. Good to see you. Who you liking this one, Ron? You going to take the Cardinals for the upset?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, the Rams. Look, I've been high on the Rams all year long, but, man, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. Did they peak too soon? It looks like they might have, I think really what's hurting them is Adams being out. He's the guy that he goes to in the red zone. That's the big target he goes to, I mean, not taking anything away from Puka Nacua, but ever since he got Adams, dude, that's been his guy in the red zone. So let's see. Joker's Voice says, enjoy the games, boys. Netflix showing all previous Royal Rumbles now. Divided attention today. Happy New Year, Joe. Toodles. You take care, Joker's Voice. It's good to talk to you, man. I hope you understood what I was saying. I do love Tom Brady. My dad's from Boston. I'm a big Patriots fan too. But Dan Marino has... I've got 2 of his 8x10s signed up. Matter of fact, you'd be jealous of one that I've got, Joker's Voice. I've got one up here. Famous game where Drew Bledsoe threw the ball 72 times. It was a record at the time. I don't know if it still is. But he set the record for the most pass attempts in a game trying to keep up with Marino and couldn't when he was the young gun. Drew Bledsoe, that is, for the Patriots. And Dan Marino, and it's signed by both of them. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Dan Marino. I've always loved him. But anyway, yeah, we're all in the Rams for this one. But let's be clear. The Cardinals can beat them on any day. It's a division rivalry. They know them very well. And they're not going to go away lightly. They're not going to go away quietly. That's for sure. This game, it will probably be a blowout late, but early on, it's going to be competitive. No doubt about it. Okay, next up. Oh, man. Oof, the bottom end of the AFC West. And I can't believe I'm saying the Chiefs in the bottom end of the AFC West. It's just totally fucking weird to me. But it's been that kind of season for them. Injuries and... let's face it, the the rest of the league's got film on them now, and they're making it hard for them. They're going to be back. I don't think this is a window closing for the Chiefs. I think it's just a down year. But
Fire Andy Reid.
Yeah, fire that motherfucker. He sucks. But they're going in against Pete Carroll, who I don't think is going to be coaching next year. I think he's was just something to get things started in Vegas. But I'm giving the Chiefs this one just because they're so bad. The Vegas Raiders are. Who's starting for the Chiefs, by the way?
Oh, it's our freaking...
It's the practice squad guy?
Yeah.
Who did exactly what he was asked to do in the last game. I got to tell you. He really did. Their offense was really, really bad. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I may have to take the Raiders in this one, man. I don't know. This is tough.
Raiders are setting...
Hold it. Wait a minute. Geno Smith is out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking the Chiefs. Raiders
are also setting not only Max Crosby, but they're setting what's his name, the tight end.
Okay.
Bowers.
Bowers.
Rock Bowers, yeah.
He's been a little beat up too, though. I don't know why he's not on the injury list, but he's definitely been beat up.
Yep. You see the injury report here, guys?
Yeah.
Are you going to take Vegas in this one there, Knock? What do you think?
You know what? I think I am. In the backup bowl, I need one more game. I just need to pick one more game. If all mine pan out, we would be tied.
Yeah, that's true.
So I need one more game to at least tie it. So this is going to have to be it. The rest of them, I just don't see it. So I mean, the last game of the season could be a toss-up depending on who we pick. But yeah, the next couple are just long shots.
The Raiders are just so bad, man.
They are.
They are.
They have good receivers, though.
See, this is like fantasy football at this point. You're having to root for a team that you really can't fucking stand.
And the Chiefs
I'm kind of screwed either way, so.
Yeah, true.
And I would like to point out that Chiefs have the number 10 pick right now.
Oh, okay.
You know who else?
So they can get another wide receiver.
Fitting to say.
Oh no, we're getting a running back.
What?
If he's still there, we're taking.
You're not getting Jordan Love.
We're taking Jeremiah Love.
You're not getting Love. You're not getting Love. No, not happening. It's probably going to happen.
No! You cannot have him! No! Okay, speaking of that Drew Bledsoe and Dan Marino picture I've got on the wall, I'll have memories of that today as the Miami Dolphins are going into New England. New England trying to hang on to that second seed. What?
That is still the record, 70 with Drew Bledsoe.
It was 72, I believe.
It's 70.
Is it 70 attempts?
That's what it says on AI.
Damn, dude. It's still a record?
AI,
wow.
If you believe AI, Vinny Testaverde was 69 with the Jets versus the Ravens. Patrick Mahomes versus the Titans in 2022. And Jared Goff versus the Buccaneers in 2019 with 68. Those two had 68.
Drew Bledsoe, man. I'm a huge Drew Bledsoe fan. I cannot tell you, just real quick, guys, an old man story real fast. That we all know we wouldn't even know Tom Brady's name if Drew Bledsoe hadn't had his fucking lung collapsed by a hit by a Jets linebacker in the second game of the season in 2001. Okay? But what was great about that season was, if you remember the AFC Championship game, Brady got knocked out at the end of, or actually at the beginning of the second quarter. He got his knee tweaked. And Bledsoe had to come off the bench. And the second play from scrimmage, he took the same fucking hit that knocked him out that season and jumped right back up, went right back in there. He went 3 out of 3 on that drive and threw for a touchdown pass that put him ahead, and they never looked back. And I'll never forget the championship formation. This was on Pittsburgh's field, and in that area, we played Pittsburgh every year, and it was usually on their field, and we won, and went to the Super Bowl. I'll never forget him taking that championship formation, and he kneeled it down, and they had a camera on him. He was bawling his brains out like a 12-year-old with a skin knee. He couldn't believe he was going back to the Super Bowl. He thought he'd never see it again. It was awesome. It was awesome shit. Patriots fan, I always will love Drew Bledsoe, no doubt. He has his his place in Patriots lore. The rest of the league know him as the guy who held it down for the next guy, right? He held it down in New England for Tom Brady, right? Held it down in Buffalo for whoever the fuck that idiot was that they, I think his last name was Edwards, that they drafted pretty high in that one time. But he held it down in Dallas for the next guy there, which was Tony Romo, right? So that's what he's always going to be remembered for. But I'll never forget when he came off the bench and got him in their Super Bowl in 2001. I thought that was cool as shit. Anyway, this game, they've got to hang on to it. And let's face it, Miami not doing as well these days. But I have to eat my words about Clinton Ewers. He is playing well. He's playing a lot better than I thought he would. I believe they won last week, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers heard the disrespect that Joe was giving him,
Yep.
and he balled out.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. So
Chan.
I just know when I saw him at Texas, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. It was ridiculous. But apparently he's been coached up. And they have an offensive coach in Miami.
That doesn't compute with my recollection of him at all. But
I understand. You will watch a lot more college football than I do, though. You know what I mean? So, anyway, this is the injury report and everything, but I just don't see Miami pulling it off up in New England late in the season. What do you guys think? John?
Yeah, it's Drake May.
Oh, yeah. See, he says that every week. Drake May. He's on the Drake May bandwagon.
Yeah.
There we go.
I just think that offense looks unstoppable right now. It's insane.
It's pretty good. And you know what's funny? They've had the running backs. They've had them for a while.
Yeah.
You know? And it's good to see a trigger man that can take advantage of that. You know what I mean? It's pretty good.
Now, there's got to be a little bit of caveat here because the Patriots' schedule is one of the weakest.
That is the big thing
Yeah.
everybody's talking about. Who have they played? That's a fact.
Yeah.
They played a last place schedule to get to this point. No
Yeah,
doubt
they
about it. I cannot deny that at all. And much like the Seahawks, I did not expect them to be in this position by now, this quickly. But when you've got a good head coach coming in and and coaching up talented people, this is the result.
I can't forget that week 1 loss against the Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah. It's the blemish that people will talk about all year long. And they have talked about all the year long. And Denver is going to be the number 1 seed because of that game and a couple of others. Can't deny it. And look, it was never more glaring than the last game against Buffalo. The first game against Buffalo, Drake May out Josh Allen. He was running for his life half the time and completed the passes where Josh Allen couldn't. And the last time they played him, though, he looked pretty mortal. I got to give it to him. They made him look like they brought him back down to earth. So, yeah. As far as how the Patriots are going to do in the offseason, in the playoffs, they very well could be one and done. They could be, that could be the result, But I don't know. That they've got a championship head coach that has been there and done that. So if he can get those guys to buy in, I think they'll get out of that first round and make some noise. We'll see what happens. But for today, I'm taking the New England Patriots. I think they win. I think on Black Monday, this is the next coach that I think, right along with Raheem Morris, is going to be on his way out the door on a rail.
No more capri pants in
no
Miami.
more capri pants in Miami. You're going to have to wear shorts or pants, one of the two. No in between, sir. No in between. So what do you think, John? You said Drake May. Knock. Are you going to pick the upset here?
Nah.
Nah.
I think the Patriots are still playing for the number 1 seed. So.
Yep.
And they won't. I mean, they'll be score watching basically because the other game is on at the same time. So.
Yeah, they're both on at the same time. If you guys start blowing them out, they might start pulling players. But I really think that they're going to. Well, knowing Vrabel, he's going to want that victory today. He's going to want it for sure because he doesn't like Miami, if nothing else. You know what I mean? So, okay, next up, we've got the Washington Commandos. I'm sorry, I refuse to say Commanders. And they're playing the Philadelphia Eagles.
Not much to
You're
talk about here. Josh Johnson is the quarterback. Even a banged up Eagles, I don't see a loss.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'd give the Commanders a shot if they had Mariota in there. But
Right.
He's out, so.
Eagles.
My question is this. Am I going to hear this week that my man is retiring? The quarterback of the defense of the Washington Commanders? Am I going to hear that Bobby Wagner is going to step to the podium and hang him up? Is that what I'm going to hear?
He's going to leave his shoes in the middle of the field.
Man. Oh, this. I love the guy. Sorry, guys. I love the dude, but I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't want to see him taken off on a stretcher. So I hope he does.
I'm kind of the same way with Miller. I think Miller used to
exactly.
Just
yeah,
come back to Denver or just retire. And
right. I'd love to see Wagner this week sign with the Seahawks for one day and retire a Seahawk and get the fuck on. I really would. I think that would be great. I don't know if you Washington fans appreciate what you've seen over the last 3 years with him, but man, what a guy! First ballot Hall of Famer. But yeah, I think Philly's going to take this one. They're playing for seeding and all that good stuff too. So yeah, that's what's going to go on there tonight, boys and girls. Another one that matters. Not many of these games matter today, but this one does. This one's a playoff game, just like the one that we saw. Well, actually, yesterday was a playoff game, I guess, but it's being decided today. This one is for all the marbles. You're either in or you're out. The Baltimore Ravens coming off that huge performance by Derrick Henry against the Packers they ran all over last week? Good Lord. It was horrible.
It was.
Going up against Aaron Rodgers' Pittsburgh Steelers. I predicted at the beginning of the year that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to win this division. I really felt that. And I'm going to go ahead and take Pittsburgh and stick to my guns. Knock, this is one you could jump on if you want to. I'm pretty sure, I will check the injury report, but I'm pretty sure that TJ Watt is back for this one. I think he's playing tonight.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's playing. Yeah, this is going to be an all-out playoff game right here, boys and girls. This is going to be, it's for all the marbles. We're going to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't see TJ Watt on here, though. Check that out for me, Knock. See if you can find out something about TJ Watt. I think I heard that he's playing, though.
Any difference to me.
Yeah.
He hasn't been the same since coming back so far this year. So, no, I was initially going to pick the Steelers, but since you picked them, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I did pick to be fair, I did pick the Ravens to come back and make the playoffs. They haven't done it quite the way I thought they were going to. I figured they would win out, but you don't generally get sweeps in this rivalry.
No, you don't.
So Steelers won last time, so I think the Ravens have a good shot to just give Derrick Henry the ball, hope he doesn't fumble it, and there you go.
Yep. Well, Pittsburgh's playing at home.
And Steelers don't have DK Metcalf.
No, they don't. I was going to touch on that. That's exactly what I was going to say next. You read my mind. And they shouldn't have him. Matter of fact, if I had my way, he wouldn't play another down the rest of the year. You just don't go after fans like that. You're a dumb son of a bitch for doing it.
I don't know why you go to the sideline. Like, why do you even
go over there? Yeah. Why?
No matter what he's saying, why do you even go over there?
It's
mind-boggling. These players
makes no sense whatsoever. He should, like I said, if I was the Steelers, I'd sit him down for the rest of the year. But I'm sure Aaron Rodgers has something to say about that. So that's not going to happen. But they don't have him tonight, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt big time, man, because he's a big target. If nothing else, he's been a decoy that's gotten other people open all year long. So, I tell you, if the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win tonight, and I'd like to know your thoughts about this, John. I think a guy that has emerged as a kind of, both physically and mentally really good talent. I'm not saying a killer, but a guy that could be if he took the next steps. That tight end they have, that's basically a fucking lineman going downfield with hands.
He's on IR.
He's on IR.
He's out.
Oh no!
The only way he comes back is if they make the Super Bowl.
Oh my
Yep.
god!
I was thinking about that too, but I know he got hurt before, and yeah, they put
What
him
a
on IR.
shame. I love this guy though. Was it number 80?
Yeah, Darnell Washington. You're talking about.
Darnell Washington. Amazing. Some of the stuff I saw out of him this year. Oh,
They still got Freiermuth though. He's a really good tight end.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get enough. He's a very underrated tight end.
It's going to be the backs and the tight end that do this for him because their wide receivers suck. They do. They have got the worst wide receiving core in the NFL. They really do. Matter of fact, both of these teams do not have good wide receivers. The only good one is what's that kid's name that plays for Baltimore? Yeah, Flowers. He's amazing.
Flowers.
But other than that, they don't have shit except for the
Bateman
tight end.
has
The tight end for Baltimore is really good too, though. Was it actually? They've got two of them, don't they? Likely
Mark
and
Andrews and Isaiah. Yeah, Likely.
yep, yep. So that's who's going to win the game for either one of these teams. I just think whoever gets the turnovers is going to win this one. And look, it's very simple for the Ravens. Just hand it to 22. And it's very simple for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Blitz Lamar Jackson. He will give you the football. Just blitz him. This kid has still not learned how to beat a blitz. He just has not learned how to do it. So that's what I'd do. If I was the Steelers, I'd blitz them on every down. Go for Derrick Henry in the backfield before he has a head of steam on your way to the quarterback and kill them both. You know what I mean? That's what I'd do every down. You know, and double Flowers. That's what I do, man. But anyway, John, who you got in this one?
I am taking Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Cam Hayward's seems to be at pretty close to full.
Yep.
TJ Watt's back. Yeah, it's. I think the Steelers are defense is going to hold the game for them.
Yeah, one thing's for sure: the defense on the other side of the ball is bad. That they are definitely missing my head coach because they have regressed so bad since he's left that it's not even funny. They're not very good at all. So yeah, might be a shootout tonight. Who knows? This could be. It's going to be one or two things: a shootout or the Keystone Cops on both sides of the ball. Who knows? We'll see. But that's how we're going to end the season right there. One more time, let's take a look at the seedings. As it sits right now, well, it's already locked up in the NFC as far as the number one seed. We won it last night. So you've got the Bears trying to hold on to the number 2, the Eagles trying to catch them, and we've got to find out when New Orleans plays the Falcons who the South winner is going to be, whether it be Tampa Bay or Carolina. There's a lot more options for Tampa to win it. But if the Falcons win outright, then that puts Carolina in there at the 4 seed.
Yep.
If Arizona somehow pulls it off against the Rams today, the Niners will stay there. If not, these two will flip, and the Rams will be the 5 seed, and the 49ers will be the 6, and the Packers are locked in at 7. Over in the AFC side, you've got the Broncos who are playing a exhibition roster LA Chargers team, so they're probably going to hang on to the number 1 seed. I say probably. I'm not banking on any of this. The Patriots are going to play their players trying to keep up with them so they can try and do it. Same with the Jaguars. They have a chance if both of these guys fail. Like we just said, Baltimore and the Steelers play for the number 4 seed tonight. The Texans will probably hang on to the 5th seed because they're probably going to play their players until they get a big enough lead against a banged-up Indianapolis Colts team to hold down that 5th seed. And then you've got the Buffalo Bills, who will probably go ahead and take that 6th seed. Sounds like the Chargers are fine with being a 6 or 7, so I don't understand why they're sitting everybody, but I mean
They're just
that's
happy they're in it.
I guess that mentality I'm not down with though. Look,
When you got a banged up quarterback, you got to make a decision.
that's true.
Yep.
You do have to make a decision, don't you? And there you go. Okay, what do you got for me there, Big Daddy?
Yeah, just some of the incentives that we have left over. We had a
Yeah,
couple
go
last
ahead.
night that hit that we'll see on this list as well. But here you got Cardinals, Khalil Campbell. You just need one sack. You just need one sack to get 500,000.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Will Matthew Stafford lay down and give him $500,000?
Yeah, right.
Will
Yeah.
he do it? A la Brett Favre. Yeah.
By the way, isn't Khalil Campbell like 40 years old? That dude is still.
He's been playing forever. Yes, 57-year-old Khalil Campbell. Yes.
Rico Dodal did meet one of his incentives yesterday, which was to get 7 yards. He had to earn those 7 yards.
Yes.
But he did get it to get a $1 million bonus, which he got.
Nice.
But he couldn't get a touchdown, so he couldn't get the 250,000 extra as well. But he got the one.
He got the mill. He got the important one. Yep.
Let's see. Nick Chubb needs 94 yards to get 250,000.
He can get that. He can get that against the.
He can get that against
They don't run a lot.
Indianapolis. Yeah.
The Texas run game has not been there, so I don't think he's reached.
But today, wouldn't you use it a lot if for no other reason to keep an already nicked up Stroud? Okay.
I don't know how much they use Chubb either. So
Yeah.
they do a rotation. They don't do a one back.
Right.
Let's see. Eric Armstead and Austin Johnson. They both need a sack or a sack and a half. One of them will get a $1 million bonus, and then the other one will get 250,000. So the Jaguars are looking for some sacks today against the Titans.
Gee whiz, you think they'll get him?
Yeah, Osaya for the Cincinnati Bagel needs a sack. Tony Pollard needs 66 yards rushing for 200,000, and Jefferson needs a catch to get 100,000. A $100,000 catch. That's all he needs. Let's see. Hollywood Brown needs 102 yards. Oh, with a touchdown, he'd get 250, and then for the 102 yards receiving, he'll get 125.
Wow.
I don't know, John. Can he get that?
He can get the touchdown. I don't think he's going to get the
touchdown?
102. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get the 102 yards.
I think that kid is going to do better for you guys the second time out. He did his job the first time, and they just wanted him not to mess it up. I think they'll get him. He's going to pop something on a screen pass or something like that. He'll get it. Yep.
Okay. Keenan Allen. I don't know about this one, but he's 6 receptions away. I guess he could come in for a little bit. I imagine they'd want to sit him too.
Right.
But he can get an extra 750,000. You get 6 receptions. If he gains 9 yards, he gets 250,000. He can also earn another if he catches 2 touchdowns. So he potentially can make a 1.25 K or mil if he does all his incentives. So not too bad there. I just don't know if he's playing. That's the thing. Or if he comes in, it'll be in the first half.
Yeah, if they're sitting everybody, he may not get it. Yeah.
So we'll see about that one. Bradley Chubb. Wow. Won't be able to collect on them unless the Dolphins defense
Just say no.
Top 20.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Like John likes to say, Drake may.
let's see. Diggs needs another 30 yards for the Patriots. I think he can get that.
He'll get that. Hunter Henry will get his too. Well, 5 catches, that's a lot.
5 catches.
That's a lot. Unless they force feed him.
A lot. He throws to Henry a lot.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, he only needs 5 more to get to 60. 60 for a tight end is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they run him in that middle drag route, he'll get it.
One of their edges only needs half a sack to get 500,000. One of our tight ends needs. We don't use our tight ends with Troutman. I like Troutman, but we don't use him. He has 20 catches on the season. He needs 5 catches to get 125,000. He may get that. Saquon Barkley could get a 250,000 for reaching 1,500. He needs 87 yards.
Yeah, you can get that.
Let's see. They bunched all these together. I don't like how they did this.
Oh, well.
I'm not going through all these.
Fight through. You can do it.
Sam Darnold got his. He needed 150 yards for yesterday, and he got that. Let's see. So it looks like he got 2 of his incentives. One of them was his completion percentage. So I think he got $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Deebo Samuel needs 93 yards to get 200,000, and for 2 touchdowns he gets another 250,000. Von Miller needs 1 sack to get half a mil.
That'll be enough for him to retire on. So,
By the way, stop at Deebo Samuel, please. How much are the 49ers missing Ayuk and Deebo Samuel right now?
a lot.
They are. Big time. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean they that they have the what's his name like Parson.
He was out last night.
He's been banged up too. Like
Yep.
he stood up, and then Jennings is okay, but he's a third wide receiver.
He is.
So,
That's what I'm saying. Look, it's all been Christian McCaffrey, and it's not going to bode well for him, man. They need Parson back.
I still don't understand the Ayuk thing. He bitches about getting paid, gets paid, and still bitches. Like he just
A la
can't.
Troy Brown, or not Troy Brown, but what's his name? The friggin' idiot.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Antonio Brown. That's it. Yeah, a la him. That's what I'm seeing out of Ayuk right there.
He's a diva.
CT.
Anybody that puts out on social media a video of him speeding past the complex in a car is a moron. That's just all there is to it. He's a mental pygmy.
I don't get it.
Good riddance. The 49ers did the right thing with that one. So, yeah. They did not do the right thing getting rid of Deebo Samuel.
No,
that was
not
dumb.
Really, no. And of course, the last thing I got is just the playoff machine. I don't know what you guys want to do with this, if anything. But
you play around with it. We'll watch you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
so
I'm unconcerned. Mine's not going to change. And I don't think, I don't think my favorite team in the AFCs is going to change either. I think New England's going to be the second seed. So, yeah.
And honestly, I don't have a dog in the hunt. So,
yeah, there hasn't been much. The only thing that's really can change this week.
We know what the seedings are now at this point. The only thing that's going to change is the outcome of the Saints and the Falcons today. A win or a tie by the Saints gets you the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 4th seed, just like you see there. But if you get an Atlanta Falcons victory, that will give you the Carolina Panthers in that 4th seed. So that's the big difference there. I mean, the wild card seedings, Green Bay's locked in. It's the Rams, how they play against the Cardinals, that's going to dictate whether they're the 5 or the 6, right? Yeah. And then over on the AFC side, like I said, Pittsburgh and Baltimore is going to fight it out tonight, and there could be some shuffling of the seating, but I don't really see it, especially with the Chargers resting all their people. It looks like all that's locked in too, pretty much. I mean, it would take something really big to happen, But anyway, let's see how they're looking at the stat leaders.
Yeah, so it looks like Sam Darnold made it to 4,000 yards for the season.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he's done. But, you got to see everyone that's above on that side. Tackles, I don't pay as much attention to, but Bobby Wagner made it to top 5.
Yep. And he's going to get more today. Yep.
And, of course, we got the running backs. James Cook, just give him the ball.
Buffalo, just give him the ball. You're playing
Literally,
the Jets today, man.
All
Come
5
on.
of these, just give them the ball.
That's it.
well, Achane probably isn't playing today. He's
Probably
doubtful.
won't. Yeah. He's been dinged up. He's been in and out of the lineup, and he's still got 1,300 yards. That kid's he's a special kind of talent, man. He's fast. But my favorite guy on that entire lineup there, of course, I love Derrick Henry, have for years, but Bijan Robinson is special. He deserves a lot better than what he's getting from the rest of his team, man. That guy is a beast. He is something else. Then we've got the sack race. Myles Garrett going up against Joe Burrow and the sieve that is the front line of the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he will break the record today.
We thought he was going to break the record last week, but if he doesn't get it today, then he didn't deserve it. So
yeah, right. If he doesn't get it today, then he never did deserve it, right? But
he's already going to get an asterisk,
Right. The bright spot for the Giants this year, their pass rusher Burns, and also I got to say they got the right guy at quarterback. They just got to rein in, teach him how to slide. You know what I mean? Quit playing like a linebacker, son.
You know, those NFC East quarterbacks, they don't know how to slide.
They don't. They had to teach friggin' Dak how to do it, man. It's ridiculous. And they look ugly when they slide, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see. Next up, receiving.
Can Puka Nacua get 160 yards to catch up?
He can. He
Will he?
can.
No.
The question is, are they going to have him play the whole game? You know,
Gosh.
just depends
Yeah,
on what position they're in. Yeah.
And then the Chiefs, or the Chicago actually doesn't have 3 people in the top 5.
What's amazing to me is how many yards Jamar Chase has gotten with that revolving door quarterback in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. The guy is phenomenal. He's another head case, though. You say the wrong thing to him, he's going to do something stupid, too. That maniac. But, wow, what a talent. Oh, guy's amazing. Okay, boys and girls, anything you want to touch on before we get out of here for this regular season finale?
I believe next week it's Saturday.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Let's not forget that. I will tell you that whenever I start the lineup. Anything else other than that you want to speak of? I am going to enjoy today's games. The pressure's off for me. I really felt good about last night's game before it even started. And when the Niners put on the black uniforms, I was like, yeah, these guys are scared. They're trying to look for a one-up or something, man. Because all we need is Sam Darnold not to mess it up. And we're going to go pretty far in the playoffs. We really are.
Right.
I love the two-headed monster we have. I love it.
I want to do a quick game. Go ahead, John, but I want to do a quick game before we go, if we can.
Okay, go.
Tuesday, 6:30 Central. Dispatch on my channel.
Okay, buddy. Gotcha. Das Wolfen. At Das Wolfen on YouTube.
At Real Das Wolfen.
At Real Das Wolfen. Follow his channel. If you're not following his channel by now, there's something wrong. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to play a real quick game of Coach fired or no. Say yes or
Okay.
no, both of you. Just say yes or no.
No problem.
Dolphins.
Fired.
Yes.
Jets.
No.
Okay.
It's his first season.
Browns.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, the
Rick?
idiots in Cleveland are going to fire. Yeah, he's fired.
Okay. Titans.
Already
No.
got fired. He got fired.
Did he already get fired?
He got fired
Yeah.
the week before they played New England
right.
because they didn't want to
Yeah.
get embarrassed playing their old coach.
I thought you were talking about the current.
I obviously
he's-
forgot that he got fired.
He's interim.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gannon got fired early in the season. Yeah.
Raiders.
Yes.
Yes.
Giants. Oh, he's already got fired.
Yeah, he got fired. Dayball got fired this season.
Commanders.
No.
I don't think so either.
Injuries. That's the story there. Injuries.
I'm not going to call anyone for the
Yeah.
NFC North. Their lowest team is 8, so I don't think anyone gets fired there.
No.
Saints. I don't think anyone gets fired. Falcons. I guess.
Yes.
Falcons. Yes. Raheem Morris is shown the door. Yes.
Okay. And then Cardinals, which I don't think so because
Yes.
really, he really hasn't really given him a chance. He kind of lost.
Cardinals. Not
That's
so
the
much.
guy they got from the Eagles.
Right. And Indianapolis has got that other coordinator from the Eagles. And I don't think either one of them are.
This is his third year.
It's his third year, yes, but he's had to deal with that idiot friggin' Kyler Murray the entire time.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So we'll see Black Friday what happens. I just wanted to play that real quick.
They were winning with Jacoby Brissett.
yeah, they were.
So, just saying. I think Raheem Morris will be fired, especially if the Saints beat him today. I think he's out anyway. But
Yeah.
And really, look, Atlanta has got all the pieces. They need coaching. It's pretty obvious. The only question mark for them is Penix going to be a injury-prone guy? And once they answer that question, if he comes out next year and gets injured again, my gosh, man.
Yeah.
That's bad. Okay, boys and girls, you're watching Pregame Party. We're done with the regular season. We will be on at a special time next week, as Knock alluded. Let me get back on the screen so I can emphasize this, boys and girls. Next Saturday at 10 a.m. Central. We're going to go ahead and stick to the morning time to do it. Unless you guys want to do it at noon. You guys tell me. You want to do it at noon or you want to do it at 10?
I'm good with 10.
The game times are 3:30, just what it was this Saturday. So you got 3:30 and then the night game. So if you want to do it at noon, we can, but I'd rather stick to the 10 a.m. schedule.
I'm good with the 10.
Okay. So 10 a.m. next Saturday for the next 2 weeks. NFL Pregame Party will come your way on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time during the wild card and divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs. Once we get back to championship weekend, both games are on Sunday. We'll go back to Sunday. Okay, that's it for that little bit. Of course, you know, the next time you'll see me is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, where we do a military movie on Pop Culture Minefields channel on Military Monday. Don't forget to come by and see us over there at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then tomorrow night, tomorrow night, because that 70s Rock fan, usually his show is on 4 p.m. Central Time on Mondays, but unfortunately, he's not having a show. He's got some issues going on, so he is not going to have a show at all this Monday. But look next Monday for It's Only Talk and Roll to return on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for part 13 of my first-time playthrough of Mass Effect on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. So you guys tune in for that. As the guys come give me as much hell as possible as I play some Mass Effect 3. And then, of course, the next time you'll see me after that is on Wednesday when we get together for Wednesday afternoon matinee. And we will do that at 3 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday on Pop Culture Minefields channel. So tune in then for that. And then, of course, we get back to our regular show on State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. We had a long one this time. We went for 3.5 hours wrapping up 2005. So we're going to talk about what we're looking forward to here in 2026. And we'll have the pop culture update, movies, shows, games, all that stuff. And, of course, the Sydney Sweeney News. All that and more this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on State of the Atmosphere. And then Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time, I will be back. I didn't have a show this week because I had to take Mom to the dentist. So I will be back this week with some work done to show you and do some more work on The Privateer. The story of America's Pirate Patriot continues every Friday on Sketching the Privateer at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, we want you to go back over to Pop Culture Minefields channel and check out the craziness that goes on Gaming Night with John as the Pop Culture Minefield game party of Knock and Martin and John get out there and play some Baldur's Gate 3. Very, very funny. This is a special bunch right here, guys. Go watch them on Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Time. It really is funny to watch. This is everything you want in a video game show with a bunch of friends playing. It's a lot of fun. 8 p.m. Central Time over on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And that will bring us right back around to NFL Pregame Party on Saturday. I also want to give you a heads up to look out for Living Room Late Night. Knock's been on the last couple of broadcasts that I do. I just get on in the living room because my mom is sleeping, so I want to be far away from the house as possible. But sometimes if I'm just relaxing playing video games, I'll throw up an impromptu live stream playing video games. So you guys look for a Living Room Late Night and just, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell and you'll hear about it. So listen, guys, the kickoff has already started. It's time to get to it. I want to thank you guys for being here. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. And I want to especially thank John and Knock for being here every week. And we're going to have a good time bringing the playoffs to you and have a lot more commentary about these games. Because, look, I'm going to watch every game, every down, and have a good time doing it. So, you guys, thanks for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.